Alright, now that you've watched the video, I'm going to go over what is the AAHS. We are a nonprofit charitable organization dedicated to promoting animal welfare and the human-animal bond in the Athens area. Our mission is to end animal neglect, cruelty, and suffering, to promote responsible pet ownership, to provide safe shelter, and to locate loving homes for homeless and abandoned animals. Who is the Athens Area Humane Society? We are governed by a volunteer board of directors. The board of directors are in charge of making sure that our mission is being followed and just the overall vision of our organization. Only about 15% of our income is from Athens-Clarke County currently, which means the other 85% must be raised through fundraisers, donations, service fees, and adoptions. This is a common misconception by our community that we are totally funded by the county, but we are not. Only about 15% of our income does come from the county. The remainder we must raise ourselves. We have one executive director. We have 3 managers/coordinators, which includes our shelter manager, our foster care coordinator, and myself. We have 4 shelter staff members, 2 are part-time and 2 are full-time. We have 2 adoption counselors, 1 is full-time and 1 is part-time. And we have 4 clinic staff members. So that's a total of 14 employees, which isn't a whole heck of a lot. So we definitely need volunteer help because of the limited staff that we have. The history of AAHS. In 1969, a small group of concerned citizens started fostering from their homes. They saw that there was a greater need for animals in our area than animal control was able to accommodate. So they saw that they could help by actually fostering animals out of their homes. In 1982, the city shelter was offered to AAHS for $1 a year for a lease. Then we were able to actually start intaking animals, start taking care of them, and able to increase the number of animals we were able to help by having an actual shelter where we could house the animals. In 2007, we opened our Adoption Outreach Center. We were also instrumental in helping outlaw the tethering of dogs in Clarke County. And we successfully rehomed 43 abandoned cats that were left in an Athens home all alone. And we also opened the Athens Regional Spay and Neuter Center. And in 2009, we are starting to do dog adoptions. We are very excited about this. It's been a while. We are actually just been adopting out cats for the last 16 years. So now we're able to start adopting out dogs also. And one thing that is not in this presentation just yet, so I do highly encourage you to look up more information on this as it comes available, but we are also going to start this year a pet soup kitchen where we can offer food to those that cannot afford it, so that those animals will not be turned into shelters because their families can't afford to feed them. So this is a program where we give them food so that the animals can stay with their families. Programs of AAHS. So we have our intake shelter. It is open admission currently, meaning that no animal is turned away. At our shelter, we evaluate animals for adoption. We evaluate their health and their temperament to see if they are suitable for adoption. If they do have any health concerns, we do let them visit a vet, and they assess if we're able to afford any health care that they do need. And as far as temperament, just making sure that they are safe to go into a new home. We also rent out humane traps to trap any feral cats that may be in the community. We cross-reference all the lost and found reports that we receive. Of course, any animal that we have coming in, we want it to get back to a home if it does have one. So we keep track of all of the lost and found reports and cross-reference any animals as they come in. We have our Adoption Outreach Center. We create new beginnings for unwanted pets. So there we adopt out animals. We have our Athens Regional Spay and Neuter Center. It's a low-cost alternative to getting animals spayed and neutered. And we have our pet care clinics. The pet care clinics offer reduced fees for rabies vaccines and much more. So first I'd like to talk about our intake shelter. The intake shelter is located at 399 Beaver Dam Road. It is the only open admission, meaning no animal is turned away, shelter for cats and small animals in our area. A lot of people ask us, why do we not take in dogs? Simply, we don't have the money or the space to take in dogs. We really felt like cats would be neglected. If we were to take in dogs also, we wouldn't be able to help both of them. So we really decided that it would be best for the cats if we were able to cats and small animals and leave all the dogs to animal control that is completely funded by the county. Our shelter cares for over 1,200 cats and small animals each year. The national average for shelter animals finding a new home is 3%. This is called a live release rate, meaning that they are not euthanized and that they are evaluated for adoption and able to go into the adoption program and adopted. Last year, our rate was 5%, which is pretty darn amazing, if I may say so myself. That is over, 8 times the national average. So we were extremely excited that we were able to increase that rate so much. And just to get it in perspective, we lowered euthanasia by 38%. And last year, we were able to adopt out all of our healthy adoptables. There were 0 healthy adoptables that were euthanized last year. We're actually going on 2 years that 0 healthy adoptables have been euthanized. The only reason a healthy adoptable would be euthanized is because there is no space. And because we've been able to increase our adoptions so much, we've had space to house all the animals that are healthy and adoptable. Our Adoption Outreach Center. Our Adoption Outreach Center is located in the back of Pet Supplies Plus on the corner of Alps and Baxter. It's in the Kroger Shopping Center there across from Beechwood Cinemas. It opened in 2007. It's easily accessible and customer-friendly hours. Our shelter used to be where everything was done. It's on Beaver Dam Road, which is not where many people are familiar with. It's kind of out off on the east side, not a high traffic area. So being able to be in Pet Supplies Plus made it more accessible to people. We were able to extend our hours that were more customer friendly, and just being in an area that had high traffic. With people coming in already looking for pet supplies, they see our animals, and we're able to adopt out so many more animals by being in this location. We increased adoptions by 47% in the first year, which I'm sure it's dramatically increased beyond that this year, but in the first year alone, 47% increase. And for the first time in over 16 years, our adoption center will start adopting out dogs. We actually just took in some dogs this past week as of this video. So hopefully, whenever you watch this video, dogs have been around for a while. But we are very excited about being able to bring dogs into our program. The Athens Regional Spay and Neuter Center. It opened in November 2007, and to the date of this presentation, we have performed over 4,000 surgeries. We do about 30 a day, so by the time you watch this video, it's probably increased way more than that. So it's about 100 a week, 400 a month, and multiply that by 12, that's 4,800 a year. So we'll see what number we're at by the time you watch this video. It's a low-cost alternative for spay and neuter. The average cost, if you were to go to a veterinarian, is about $150 to get your animal spayed and neutered. At our clinic, the price is $35 to $65. So as you can imagine, that's a significant difference in cost. Cost is the main reason why animals are not spayed and neutered. There's been enough publicity about the importance of getting your animals spayed and neutered, enough public service announcements, license plate tags, bumper stickers. Everyone knows that it's the thing to do, that there are too many animals and there's not enough homes, and the only way that you can prevent that is by getting your animals spayed and neutered, let alone the behavior and health issues that can be related to not having an animal spayed and neutered. So with us being able to have this program, more people can afford to have the surgery done, meaning that less unwanted kittens and puppies will end up in shelters because less will be born.